Ever felt like you're on a journey of self-improvement, but the path feels solitary? You're striving, learning, evolving, yet sometimes personal growth can feel incredibly lonely. It's like you're speaking a new language and suddenly not everyone understands. But what if I told you that isolation doesn't have to be your constant companion? Join us as we explore why personal growth can feel so isolating and, more importantly, how to break free and find the tribe that truly gets you. Today we will talk about why personal growth feels lonely and how to find your tribe. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. The solitary path of self-improvement. Personal growth, by its very nature, often feels like a solitary journey. When we embark on a path of self-improvement, we are essentially choosing to challenge our existing beliefs, habits, and comfort zones. This process inherently distances us from those who may be content with the status quo, even if those individuals are our closest friends or family. The very act of introspection and self-discovery can create an internal world that others may not fully comprehend or relate to. We might be grappling with new ideas, pushing past limiting beliefs, or developing unfamiliar skills, all of which can feel like we are operating on a different wavelength than those around us. This initial disconnect isn't a sign of failure, but rather an inevitable consequence of stepping outside the collective comfort zone. It's the moment we realize that our personal evolution requires a level of individual effort and internal processing that can't always be shared or understood by others in the same way. The desire for growth is a deeply personal one, driven by an inner compass that points towards a future version of ourselves. This inward focus, while necessary for transformation, can inadvertently lead to a sense of isolation as we navigate unfamiliar emotional and intellectual landscapes. 2. Shifting perspectives and evolving values. As we engage in personal growth, our perspectives inevitably shift and our values may evolve. What once held significance might become less important, while new priorities emerge. This change in core tenets can lead to a natural divergence from existing relationships. Friends who once shared common interests might find those interests no longer resonate with our evolving selves. Conversations that used to feel fulfilling might now seem superficial or even draining. This isn't a judgment of those relationships, but rather a reflection of our own internal transformation. We might find ourselves seeking deeper, more meaningful connections, or gravitating towards activities that align with our newly discovered passions. This evolution can be particularly challenging when it comes to long-standing friendships or family dynamics, where shared history can sometimes obscure the present reality of differing values. The discomfort arises from the realization that the people who once formed our primary support system may no longer fully understand or support the direction our lives are taking. This can manifest as a subtle feeling of being misunderstood or a more overt sense of being out of sync with those around us. 3. The discomfort of outgrowing relationships. One of the most painful aspects of personal growth can be the experience of outgrowing certain relationships. As we expand our minds, pursue new goals, and shed old patterns, we may find that some individuals in our lives are unwilling or unable to evolve alongside us. This can lead to a sense of disconnect, where the shared foundation of the relationship begins to erode. It's not about superiority or judgment, but simply a natural consequence of different life paths. Holding on to relationships that no longer serve our growth can be detrimental, hindering our progress and even causing emotional strain. The loneliness here stems from the difficult decision to either create distance or, in some cases, completely let go of connections that once felt essential. This process can be filled with guilt, sadness, and a profound sense of loss, even when we know it's necessary for our continued development. The void left by these receding relationships can feel immense, highlighting the absence of familiar voices and shared experiences, and amplifying the feeling of navigating this new terrain on our own. It's a testament to the courage required to prioritize one's own well-being and future over the comfort of stagnant connections. 4. The fear of being misunderstood. When we are undergoing significant personal growth, we often grapple with new ideas, insights, and vulnerabilities. Sharing these nascent thoughts and feelings with others can be daunting, especially if we fear judgment, misunderstanding, or a lack of empathy. The risk of being dismissed or invalidated can lead us to self-censor, keeping our deepest transformations private. This internal world, rich with new discoveries and challenges, remains largely hidden from those around us, fostering a sense of isolation. We might hesitate to express our changing perspectives or new aspirations for fear of alienating existing friends or being perceived as different. This fear is often rooted in past experiences of being misunderstood or not fully accepted for who we are. Consequently, the very process that is meant to make us more authentic can inadvertently lead to a feeling of being an outsider, even within our own social circles. The desire for connection remains, but the perceived risk of vulnerability outweighs the potential reward, leading to a silent and solitary journey of self-discovery. This internal conflict between the need to share and the fear of rejection further amplifies the feeling of loneliness. 5. The illusion of universal understanding. A common misconception when embarking on personal growth is the expectation that those close to us will automatically understand and support our journey. We might assume that because they care about us, they will instinctively grasp the profound shifts we are experiencing. However, the reality is often quite different. Others, particularly those who are not actively engaged in their own personal growth, may find our changes unsettling, confusing, or even threatening. They might resist our evolution because it challenges their own comfort zones or the established dynamic of the relationship. This lack of inherent understanding can lead to disappointment and a heightened sense of isolation. It's crucial to recognize that personal growth is a deeply individual process, and it's unrealistic to expect others to intuitively comprehend its intricacies or fully embrace our transformations without effort on their part. The illusion that our loved ones will simply get it can set us up for a feeling of profound loneliness when their reactions fall short of our expectations. This realization can be a painful but necessary step in accepting the unique and often solitary nature of our individual paths. 6. Seeking shared values and intentions. To combat the loneliness of personal growth, the key lies in actively seeking out individuals who share similar values, intentions, and a commitment to self-improvement. This is where the concept of finding your tribe becomes paramount. A tribe isn't necessarily a large group. It could be one or two like-minded individuals who genuinely understand and support your journey. These are the people who resonate with your evolving self, who celebrate your breakthroughs, and who offer empathy during your challenges. They are often found in communities centered around shared interests, personal development workshops, online forums, or even through serendipitous encounters when you are open to new connections. The common thread is a mutual desire for growth and a willingness to engage in deeper, more meaningful conversations about life, purpose, and self-actualization. This intentional pursuit of connection, rather than passively waiting for it to happen, is essential for building a supportive network that mitigates the feelings of isolation. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.